Right. Now, we will learn jump statements. Next, other name of this one are transfer statements. So why we are calling this as a jump means our control is jump from one place to another place. The same term transfer is nothing but our control moving from one place to another place. That is the reason why this group has given name as jump statement and transfer statement. So under this, we are going to learn break, next continue, and pass. These all are very simple things. We need to learn these concepts in a simple way. First, I will tell you break. So here, this break statement we will use in the loops. We use in the loops. Here, loops is nothing but either you can use in while loop or for loop. Why we are using this break? This break is for suspending the loop. So what is mean by suspending the loop? Very simple. You are iterating a loop for n times, but for some cases, if you want to suspend any operation, if you don't want to continue remaining iterations, you can use break. Break is for terminating your loop. Terminating your loop. So to better understand of this break, I will tell you one simple and real-time example. So here, this is my classroom. Okay. So here, I announce to the, I am going to handle Python class. Python class. So here, this class capacity is 40 students. Means 40 students, 40 seating is there, 40 students can sit. So here I am announcing to the real world that any number of students can join in my class. Okay, simply I said any number of students can join in my class, like that I said. So if 20 students are willing to attend my lecture, so can I allow 20 out of 20? Yes, I can allow. 30 students interested to attend my Python class. Can I allow 30 out of 30? Yes, I can allow. 40 students are willing to attend my lecture. Then I can allow 40 out of 40. But 45 students willing to attend my lecture. Can I allow 45 students? Can anyone respond? Can I allow 45 students? No, because my class capacity is only 40. When 41 students willing to attend my class, then immediately I am going to stop him and convey to him like class limit completed. Okay, class limit completed. You can join in another session, like that I will tell you. So here, you have one constraint of your class. This is 40. If the number of students willing to attend your class, if it is less than 40, you can allow that many number of students. If the number of students exceed your class count, then what happened? I will stop when my count reached to 40. So what can I do here? I am going to use the break condition to terminate this inviting the students when 41 student is enter into my class. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. What I am doing, I am putting one break. When I am putting break, if class number of students who willing to attend my class, if it is greater than 40, I will put the break. If it is less than 40, I will allow n number of students. How many students willing to attend my lecture? I will allow all number of students, but target should not pass 40. If a 45 come, then I will stop at 40. So I hope it is clear to you. The same thing I am going to write like a program. So first, initially, I am going to invite how many students will come. That many students I will invite. So later I will put the condition and I will put the break. Let us know how I am going to write. So my first requirement, I am going to write this program using the while. Means I am going to use break statement inside while. So where can we use break? Only in the loop statements. So here, first loop, I am going to use this one is while. 1 minute, please. Okay. So when break is encountered, immediately I am going to terminate the while loop. So let us see how I am going to do. The same program I am writing. What is the example I said? For that I am writing the program. So initially what I am doing, I need to know how many students willing to attend my class. So n is the value. Is this n fixed or will be varies? Is this n is fixed or will be varies? It will be changed. Okay. So here, when something is changing, then what can I do? I am going to accept this data from the end user. So here, number of students, this number of students are integer number. We can see 1 student, we can see 5 student, we can see 30 student, but we never see 3.5 student, 2.5 students. So that I am going to take the input. This input conveys that how many students are standing outside. How many students standing outside. So this is I have written. Usually end user will give integer number. So but the input will accept a string type. So I am going to convert that string type to the integer type. Now it is clear. Next, I need to invite one by one. How many students I need to invite until n student is encountered. So initially, before I am going to count one by one. So I need one counter. This counter before entering into the class. So I am going to start this one with the 1. Okay, counter starts with 1. So when can I invite the student? If the number of student, okay, whom I am inviting, that person should be less than to this n or equal to this n. If it is exceed, then I am going to stop. It never continue. So here, to invite one by one, I am going to use while loop. So what can I do? Initially, I am going to test who is the number I am calling. Is this person is less than to this n value or not? Okay, less than or equal to, including that person also I will invite. Next one, what I am doing, just whose number I count, I am inviting that guy. So Mr. comma counter. Mr. comma counter is nothing but Mr. 1, Mr. 2, Mr. 3, like that I am calling. Mr. Counter, please enter into the class. Like that I am writing. Now I will test. So here, this program I will write and understand what happened. But what is my class capacity? Only 40. Okay. Observe here carefully. So I am taking n value. This n value is integer. Input, enter. How many students are standing outside? Like that I have written. I have written. Next, I need one counter to count the numbers. Next, counter. This counter initial value is 1. And I want to invite one by one. So while condition, while I am counting, my counter value should be less than or equal to how many people are standing outside, that many people I will invite. Next, what I am doing? Print Mr. Counter. Means Mr. 1, Mr. 2, Mr. 3, like that I am inviting. Mr. Counter, please enter into the class. So like that I am writing. So here another thing I need to do. So once Mr. 1 person enter into class, again I will call next to Mr. 1 enter. No, I should call the next person. Next person is nothing but my current counter value need to be updated. So here counter, I am going to increment this counter by 1. Now I am going to run this program. So what is my class capacity? Just I am going to write this one. Class capacity is 40. This is my class capacity. Now I am going to run. So 30 students are willing to attend my lecture. 30 students are willing to attend my lecture. Am I inviting 30 out of 30 or not? Yes. So here when I run this one, 45 students willing to attend. Can I allow 45 out of 45? Can I allow 45 out of 45? No. So when I run this one, what happened? 45 out of 45 students are entering. But is it correct way? No. I should stop this one at 40. Can I invite 40 also? Yes, I can invite 40. If a 41 entered, I want to stop this guy. So here, before going to this one, I am going to test. I am going to stop. I want to terminate. How I am going to terminate? If in case the counter means whom I am inviting, if it is greater than 40, if my counter number is greater than 40, can I stop or continue? I should stop this process. How I am going to stop? By writing break. What does this break do? This break is going to terminate my iteration. Now you observe how it is executing. So when I run this one, 35 students willing to attend my lecture. Then I have invited 35 out of 35. 40 students I willing to attend my lecture. Yes, I am inviting 40 out of 40. But 45 students willing to attend. What can I do? Can I allow 45 out of 45? No. This is going to be terminated when it reach 40. So it is calling me, I am inviting only 40 students. Why I am not inviting 41? Because counter has exceeded that range. So that I am going to terminate. So how did I terminate this while loop? By using break. Okay. So this break is going to stop the iteration. So while printing this one, I am going to add one simple message like print. So class capacity completed please join in another session, like that I will convey. Now I am going to run this one. So 45 students willing to attend. So class 40, when 41st students is coming, I convey that class capacity completed. Please join in another session, like that I am going to convey. So is this clear how I am going to use while loop? Break. So break, what does it mean? It terminate the loop. It is not only terminating while loop, it also terminate the for loop. The same program I am going to write using the for loop. So for that, again, I should know n value. This n value belonging to input integer type. Int input, enter how many students willing to attend, or how many students are standing outside of class. Sir, in if statement 40 greater than 40 is true or false. 40 greater than 40 is false. 40 greater than 40 is false. 1292, is this clear? I have tested this one for 41. Observe here, 40 will be printed, later counter incremented to 41. When 41 come at here, it will be fail. Is this clear? Yes, 40 is printed, but which number I have printed it here? 40 will be printed. Next, counter become 41. Next, when it is going back, it will test with the 41. Is this clear? Now, similarly, the same program I am going to write for the for loop. So as usual, I have taken. Next, tell me how I am going to write. For I in count the number, I should use range. So range should be, which type of range I should use? With one argument or two arguments? If I write only one argument, range of n, what happens? It starts with the 0. But can you see anywhere like a Mr. 0? Can you see any student roll number is 0? No. So which is the recommended range you have to use? Range with the two arguments you should use. So that range 1 comma n. If I write 1 comma n, here n can include? No. So what is the rule of range? When I write end, it will print up to end minus 1. If I give 40 here, it will continue up to 39 only. But what is my job? When I start it from 1, I want to include 40 also. So that I am going to write a range as n plus 1. N plus 1. And I am going to invite Mr. Here previously I have used counter, but here I am going to use X. Mr. X, please enter into the class I am writing. Enter into the class. Next I have written. Next here you need not to write increment, because X which automatically moves to the next number which is comes under this range. Now, am I breaking this one when my class count is 40? No. So what can I do? I should include one condition at here. If in case X became greater than 40, if unfortunately X greater than 40, why I put this one? Because 40 is as capacity. Next, if it exceeds 40, next I am going to use the break. So I am going to run this program. So number of students, 39 students is willing to attend my lecture. So for 39 out of 39, I have invited. Then 40 students willing to attend my lecture. 40 out of 40 students I have invited. If it is greater than 40, when I invite 45 students, it will stop at 40 only. When it is terminating, if X value exceeding the 40, then it will be terminated. So while it is terminating, just I am going to print one message as reached 40 students. Please join in another class. Like that, I will write. Now I am going to test this one. So 45 students attending. Then I can invite 40 and the next person, 41st students, I am asking him to join in the another class. Is this clear? So why I'm using break? Break is using for terminate your iteration. This is one simple example to understand how break is working.